Welcome students. I am Mrs. Patil Yasadi from AGM College Karad. My subject is English. Today we are going to see our unit number 3.2. Do schools really kill creativity? Do school really kill creativity? Or mind mapping? Students, we have divided this unit into two parts. In the first part, we are going to see what is mind mapping, which are the advantages of mind mapping, how to draw a mind mapping diagram. Then you have to see difference between mind mapping and concept mapping, and lastly you have to see which are the disadvantages of the traditional notes. And in the second part, you are going to see how to develop a mind mapping template frame or design in your HSC examination. Now you will see what is mind mapping. The mind map is a visual thinking tool that harnesses the power of the brain to enable you to think smarter, learn faster and communicate better. It is a type of graphic organizer that uses a diagram to visually organize ideas and concepts. The central idea or concept is placed in the center of the diagram, and then related ideas are added to it in a radial fashion. Mind maps are used to help structure information to gain a better understanding. Then mind mapping is a hierarchical and shows relationship among pieces of the whole. It is often created around a single concept drawn as an image in the center of the blank page, to which associate representations of ideas such as images, words and parts of words are added. Major ideas are connected directly to the central concept, and other ideas branch out from those major ideas. The mind mapping technology of visual thinking was invented by Tony Buzan in 1960s. Tony Buzan in 1960s. Now you will see what are the advantages of mind mapping. Advantages of mind mapping. Mind mapping increases your creativity and productivity, effectively improves your memory and retention. Mind mapping increases your efficiency at work. You can understand information faster and better. It unlocks the potential of your brain. Easy sorting of information is possible because of it. It enhances your creative thinking. It gives you the freedom to roam the expanses of your brain. The mind map can be applied to every aspect of life where improved learning and clearer thinking enhances human performance. It creates unique ideas in less time. It gives you the freedom. It helps you to discover new relationships among unrelated ideas and information. It is easy to remember information than reading long sentences. Mind mapping makes learning more interesting and fun. Then mind mapping gives you variety of answers at a glance. See? You will get all the answers at a glance. For example, who, what, where, why, how and when. Thus it is very useful. It encourages you to take more meaningful notes. It uses number of mental triggers such as images, icons, colors. It helps to memorize the content. You can go back and add more information. Taking notes by using mind mapping is a fun. It is easy to revise and remember, and it is visible at a glance. Thus, mind mapping is very useful for the students. There are 4 important elements of mind mapping. Important elements of mind mapping. Important element. First is central idea. Second is branches. Colors. And last one is keywords and images. Keywords and images. Now you are going to see how to draw a mind map. How to draw a mind map. There are 3 stages of drawing mind map. First is start. First stage is start. Second, develop. Third, repeat. Start means you have to start in the middle of the blank page. You have to use the page in landscape orientation. Develop related subtopics around this central topic. Connect them to the center with line. And third step is repeat. The same process for the subtopics. You can use colors, drawings, symbols while drawing a mind map. Keep the topic labels as short as possible. Vary text size, color and alignment. Now you will see very simple example of how to draw a mind map. Suppose you want to draw a mind map related to food or types of food. You have to write word food at the center. Then you have to show 4 different types of fruit. For example, you can write like this. Suppose first type is vegetables. Vegetables. Second is fruit. Third, dairy products. And last one is drink. All these are the types of food. Then you have to write sub branches or subtopics of these 4 points. You can draw some pictures here. For example, vegetables. You can write like this: vegetables, tomatoes, cabbage, potatoes, ladyfinger. If you want to enhance beauty of your mind map design, you can draw picture of tomato, potato, ladyfinger. You can show your creativity here. Then next type is fruit. You have to write subtopics, sub branches like this. For example, mangoes, oranges, then grapes, strawberries. Suppose you want to write subtopics of these dairy products, you can write like this: paneer, milk, ice cream. Then there are different types of drinks. You can write like this: water, soft drink, or juice. In this way, you can draw your mind map design. You have seen very simple example here. In the second part of our lecture, you will see how to draw a mind map design or template in your HSC examination. Now we are going to see what is the exact difference between mind mapping and concept mapping. Difference between mind mapping and concept mapping. Difference between mind mapping and concept mapping. Mind mapping and concept mapping. See, first difference between mind mapping and concept mapping is mind map has a radial structure. While concept map has a tree structure with many branches and clusters. Tree structure with branches. Tree structure. Second is mind map focuses on only one concept. While concept map connects multiple concepts and ideas. multiple concepts and ideas. You can see here mind mapping, mind mapping. 5 concept mapping. See, concept mapping. In this way you can draw concept mapping design. Then see, third point of difference. Mind mapping is developed by Tony Buzan, while concept mapping is developed by J.D. Noah. Developed by J.D. Noah. Then can start from the center. While drawing mind map, start from a center. On the other hand, in concept mapping, you have to start from the top. Start from the top. Then only one word per branch. Only one word per branch. And in concept mapping, many words in one box. In one box. Then next difference is in mind mapping, line must be connected. And in concept mapping, lines not necessarily connected. Lines not necessarily connected. Colors are very important in mind mapping. Colors are important in mind mapping and colors are optional in concept mapping. Colors are optional. And last difference is images are very important in mind mapping. And images are optional in concept mapping. Thus, there is difference between mind mapping and concept mapping. Now you will see how linear or traditional notes are disadvantageous for us. First disadvantage of the traditional notes is they are less effective. Second drawback is they are monotonous. Traditional notes are harder to memorize. It feels very laborious while studying the traditional notes. It is very time consuming. It don't provide a good overview, and it is very hard to add additional information. In this way, mind mapping is very useful for the students. See, Mind mapping is useful for students in brainstorming, in note making, memorization, reading comprehension, group project, class presentation. So, I think you have enjoyed this mind mapping. In the next lecture, you will see how to develop a mind mapping design in your SSC examination. Thank you all for peaceful cooperation.